masculine as a definition of everybody. And then, but in English feminist is nice too.
Yeah.
So everybody, we want to present you the book that is coming in Spanish, and then we want to talk about a little bit of the methodology, but also about the network that support it. Né? Que queremos falar pouco del livro, da metodologia, pero também da red que suporta isso tudo, que isso tudo hace parte. O livro também é como uma consequência dessa red. So we start and we want to make an introduction about the methodology, but we want to start with something else. E queremos começar com outra coisa.
Sí. Entonces, a partir de aquí, grietas se convierten en puentes. Puentes se abren en abismos. Abismos ofrecen la oportunidad de volar. A partir de aquí, la política es poética. Múltiples manos se multiplican. Diversas, complejas, solidarias. A partir de aquí, no se camina sola. Vuelo es cooperación. Y el acto de parar integra al de seguir. A partir de aquí, el conflicto es semilla. Divergencia es proceso. Sororidad es inspiración. Comunidad es método. Bárbara Santos.
I am not able to translate it in English. I'm sorry. We want to do it in two languages because it's something that the introduction of the book is also a part, the collectivity of this process. Yeah? I would enjoy to introduce it, explain the book before, the first book that I launched, that is Raízes e Asas, yeah? The Roots and Wings in Português. Que queria começar para introduzir esse livro, falando do primeiro livro, porque creio que é processo muito inspirador. Yeah? I wrote this book in Portuguese, and some of the compañeras, the colleagues from this network, was translated in Spanish. And it was so surprising for me because I didn't ask for this translation. It was not a kind of, I want people, and they just started to translate it into Spanish because they found important to have in another language. E el teatro oprimido, Raízes e Alas, eu escrevi em português, e companheiras dessa rede começaram a traduzir em espanhol. Pero creio que esse é exemplo muito interessante porque eu não perguntei, eu não solicitei, eu não imaginei. E me disseram, estamos traduzindo a espanhol porque pensamos ser muito importante. And after that, the colleagues from the Bologna University, that was our colleagues in Together project, they started to translate it into Italian. And I also didn't ask them to translate it into Italian. Yeah, but we are in the other network, and they have the opportunity with the university support, because they were teachers in the Bologna University, to translate it into Italian. Y que después los compañeros de nuestra otra red, que es Together, de la Universidad de Bologna, empezaron a traducir a italiano. Y yo también no pregunté, no fue una solicitud. So, and then another colleague from, this is really interesting because two of them start to translate it into English. I also didn't ask, but she told like, wow, I think it's really important to have this book in English. And she, Olga Nikolova, she's from Hungary, and she was living somewhere, I don't know, and she started to translate it. And then she was trying her time, but she got ill. And another colleague, that is Jennifer, she's from US, but she was living in Guatemala, yeah? And she started to support Olga. And from East Europe and Guatemala, they were working together to translate it into English. And my colleagues from UCLA in LA in the US, they was the first that was helping us to publish it. Yeah, and then que decía que en inglés las compañeras Olga, Nikolava, que es de Hungría, se dice Hungría también, empezó a traducir a inglés, pero ella no es su lengua materna tampoco, vivió mucho tiempo en los Estados Unidos y empezó ahí a hacer la traducción. Y tomó muchos meses, claro, y después se quedó enferma. Y una compañera, Jennifer, que es de los Estados Unidos, pero vivía en Guatemala, empezó a ayudarla. Entonces tenía una en Europa del Este y otra en Guatemala, trabajando ese texto. Y los compañeros de la Universidad de California tomaron la iniciativa de hacer la publicación. Y las dos no estaban, pero Jennifer fue ahí, estaba conmigo. So just to say that it's a kind of network process. Yeah, this is a way of writing. Is a kind of is a process. In my case, was really a process of a lot of people around. Para decir que el proceso de escribir también es muy colectivo, pero también que tiene mucha gente a vuelta, mucha gente haciendo ese support, yeah? And this inspiration was the thing of these two. Yeah? Here is one of the translators to Spanish, que la inspiración de eso también nos llega acá, que escribimos en español, en portugués, y una de las traductoras está acá, que está, entonces vamos a presentar el libro juntas. So, one of the translators here. And why she's here? Yeah, it's a good question. Because of our meeting, because of the festival, but also because when you write something in one language and somebody starts to translate in another language, and you know the translation to the language that people translate into, it's so incredible how this changed the original language too. Yeah, in Italian I didn't have the chance to make it, but in Portuguese and Spanish, when they start to translate and change and discuss, because what do you think about that? How I translate into Spanish? And sometimes I change the text in Portuguese because the way they were discussing was much better than the way that I communicated. And in this book, we had a lot of discussion. But Lori was not the only one. In this book, we have Lori, we Duas in Guatemala, and afterwards,
Carolina en Argentina, nosotras lo traducimos, y también Eva nos estuvo ayudando desde aquí, y Clelia también desde Argentina.
So this was 4 people that was in different parts of the world that's trying to, they were working together, and also with me that was reading again, that was in Berlin sometimes I was in here. But this was so kind of rewriting. Yeah? Decía que también ahí en ese caso estábamos en lugares distintos, pero una forma de reescribir. Incluso acá reescribimos, porque tiene un capítulo más que original, porque las pasaron muchas cosas. So, let's start from the beginning. Yeah? Empezamos por el começo, para empezar por el começo.